Charter flight with illegals leave Jamaica. Large quantities of bullets found in St. James and then Bundong Railway Market again. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, says more than 200 vendors were affected by Tuesday morning's massive fire which destroyed the Oxford Mall Arcade, popularly known as Railway Ground Market in downtown Kingston. The fire is the fifth to have affected the market since 2022. Mayor Swaby visited the site of the fire on Tuesday and expressed his concern for the vendors who suffered millions of dollars in losses as a result of the blaze. He stated that technical officers from the municipal corporation will be working to have the area cleaned starting today. The cause of the fire is under investigations. Meanwhile, the chartered flight that has been at the center of a controversy for several days left Jamaica shortly before noon yesterday morning. The German-registered aircraft landed at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston last Thursday with 253 passengers, including crew. The Jamaican Civil Aviation Authority said most of the passengers are Indian nationals, while two are from Uzbekistan and one from Russia. Chairman of the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, Lieutenant Colonel Oscar Darby, said that all passengers and crew were accounted for and processed before the charter departed approximately 11:40 a.m. for Dubai. He explained that the delay in the flight leaving on Monday as scheduled was due to the crew rest requirements of the pilot. Two of the passengers are said to have not departed and are still in Jamaica. Why? That is the question. The police high command has launched a search for the persons behind a series of fake bomb threats that caused major disruption to the sitting of external examinations at several schools on Tuesday. Students sitting external exams at Kingston College and Campion College had to be relocated to other institutions across the corporate area following bomb threats. The fake bomb threats was issued at KC in an email sometime on Monday night. The police said thorough assessments were carried out on the compound of both schools on Tuesday morning. The police also reported that a bomb threat at Homewood Technical High School in Manchester also affected the sitting of external exams as well. About 7:45, the school administrators received an email outlining that there was a bomb planted on a section of the school compound. The authorities said a response protocol will now be developed along with the Ministry of Education to deal with future occurrences. The Trelawney man who is accused of killing his Canadian girlfriend in Lucy, Hanover last month was offered bail yesterday. Eric Collins, who is charged with the murder of April Labine, was offered bail in the sum of $2 million when he appeared before the Hanover Parish Court. He was offered bail following an application by his attorney, Christopher Townsend. Collins was charged last month following an investigation into the fatal shooting of Miss Labine at her apartment in Elgin Town, Hanover on April 16. And it was reported that Collins shot the Canadian woman during a domestic dispute. She was found with a bullet wound to the head. Collins later surrendered to the police in Kingston and is to return to court on June 18. The police on Monday seized a large quantity of ammunition during an operation in the Flanker St. James area. About 2 p.m., members of the security forces conducted a targeted operation on Pele Drive in search of prohibited weapons, ammunition, and persons of interest. And during the operation, an unoccupied premises was searched and 60 rounds of assorted ammunition and 1.45 extension magazine were seized. No one was arrested in that operation. Meanwhile, a bar operator of Goshen District in St. Elizabeth has been charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition following a targeted raid of his home on Saturday, May 4th. He has been identified as 38-year-old Dwayne Barrett. According to police report, about 6:20 p.m., a police team carried out a targeted raid at Barrett's home and conducted a search of his premises. During the search, a Glock 40 pistol containing a magazine with 9 rounds of ammunition was found in a concrete block, the police said. Barrett was subsequently arrested and charged, and his court date is now being finalized. Meanwhile, a man who allegedly used a knife to rob a woman of her phone valued at $30,000 has been charged with robbery with aggravation. He has been identified as 34-year-old Andre Robinson of Water Lane in Kingston. Reports indicated that about 5:12 a.m. on Monday, a woman was walking along South Parade in Kingston when Robinson brandished a knife and demanded her cell phone. The police said when Robinson's demand was not met, he grabbed the cell phone and escaped into the area on foot. A report was made to the police and he was later arrested and charged. He is now scheduled to appear before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, May 14 to answer to those charges. Meanwhile, following a confrontation at a construction site in Rose Heights in St. James on Monday afternoon, one man is dead and another is being held by the police. The deceased has been identified as 21-year-old Rose Heights, Lebanon-born Mason Sedna Edmondson, known to many by his nickname 12A. The 19-year-old suspect is a native of the said community, and according to reports, the two men were at a construction site at 3:34 p.m. when the suspect picked up a bottle of rum and then walked away. Edmondson allegedly became agitated and a fight broke out as a result. The man then told him about his mother during the dispute. Edmondson tried to strike the man with a shovel in his hand, but the man fled to his yard and returned with a knife. Edmondson made another effort to strike the suspect according to the police, and residents tried to break them apart. Edmondson, however, disregarded the instruction to stop the fight and swung his shovel at the suspect, who blocked it with his left hand and then stabbed Edmondson in the abdomen. He fell down, but according to the police, he got back up, grabbed the suspect, and swung the shovel at him once again. Edmonds suffered another knife wound to the neck this time. Throwing aside the knife, the suspect fled the area and went to the Mount Salem police station to report the incident. Edmondson was then rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The suspect has since been taken into police custody as they conduct investigations. And just like that, a man is dead for a drink of rum. Onto sports. Organizers of the ICC Men's 2020 Cricket World Cup in the Caribbean and the United States said that they are on high alert and national security agencies are taking all the necessary steps to ensure the event comes off without a hitch. The issue surfaced following the circulation of a document on social media last week in Barbados that the CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security had received information of a potential security threat to the tournament from the pro-Islamic State. Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, head of the National Security for the Two-Island Republic and a chairman of the CARICOM Prime Ministerial Subcommittee on Cricket, said the regional and the international security apparatus is working to combat any security threat that could potentially disrupt the tournament. The World Cup will be staged at venues in the Caribbean territories of Antigua, Barbados, Guyana, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and Trinidad, and in the American states of Florida, New York, and Texas, and it will be contested by 20 teams. And England are the defending champions. And don't forget that the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you ever miss the news, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and please subscribe. There's 92 subscribers so far. Let's keep that going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.